Okay, we're gonna start the work session part of our meeting, but we're gonna do the follow-up from the central office team. So is there any discussion that we need to have on that?
Oh, no. Yeah.
We're good?
Yeah, we're good, yeah.
Okay. Work session. Part A, we have board goals. Hold on just a second. So I will just say that we had already started wordsmithing the board goals in the work session. And this is the new draft from Dr. Rhodes. Did you want to talk about it at all?
I would just say, and it was at, so at the retreat, we started talking about. board goals.
Great.
And board members, definitely had some suggestions about, what they wanted to see reflected in their goals. And gave me a little bit of charge to take their wishes and redraft, based on that. So I think I would just say that these goals were based on feedback I got from the work session, from board members regarding that. So this was the run I took at that and we decided that the board would look at them tonight and think about those tonight, but we wouldn't try to adopt them tonight because we wanted the board members that aren't here to also have a chance to look at them.
Okay. So Richard, are you okay if we start with you this time?
I don't have any comments.
Okay. Meryl, do you have any comments?
I think it was something I remembered from the board retreat, but the comment about community involvement, that continues to be a question, is how do we affect that, and how are we doing it? Has there been a community involvement?
So let me clarify, since we're in a work session, we can kind of have one discussion. Are you looking at from a board member role, or are you asking from a school district role?
I'm thinking more of the school district, when we say that we want to engage family, community partners, parents, of course,
Mhm.
and they're first, but I think even beyond that, the community has, one of these goals had to do with our fiscal responsibility and decisions as well.
So that's what number 4 is about, that, right? You're just gonna ask,
Right.
how are we gonna do it? Yeah.
I think Richard had brought it up, and it's a question
Mhm.
up here.
Mhm.
How do we accomplish that?
Well, I can think of a couple of examples. I mean, the clear examples I guess I would note maybe is like budget committee and the community engagement we had in the strategic plan and curriculum adoption, engagement opportunities. We talked during the retreat about, reaching out to local elected. So I, have an action item to work with Bill to get one of those conversations set up. But I think, number 4 sort of covers the interest I had in making sure that, we've sort of captured the importance of community engagement somewhere in our goals.
Yeah, and I would agree with that, I like the way number 4 is written, because it does speak on, wanting to make connection with the family and community partners in support of our district value, our district vision and values of excellence. So it is like these board goals, we actually adopt them and kind of own these as board members, as a group, and so I feel like, yeah, we are connecting that. The how piece will probably come after they're adopted. We can identify later as board members, like, how do we see our role in this? So the school district will have its own role, and the superintendent will carry out, his community engagement pieces, but then for the board goals, it's kind of like, how are we as board members decide what metric we're gonna use to measure ourselves on?
And I think maybe just, to take a try at answering your question, Merle, in terms of all of the different kinds of things, you know what I mean, that are going on in schools in our district. You know, the answer might be not just as broad, one size fits all, but with a curriculum adoption, it looks like this, you know, when we're doing some integrated planning, it looks like this, when we're, you know, when we have some elementary, projects and things going on, it looks like this, but Richard's example, the way we have some city leaders that, you know, that want to get connected, it looks like this, so, you know, it may be, you know, I think the notion is that we should be thinking about that, you know, with everything that we do. And it just might look a little different depending upon what the project or the activity is.
As to how to involve the parents and the larger community, if they have input they wish to give, and maybe they don't, but I think that about trying to encourage involvement on these meetings.
Mhm.
It's good if they know about it, and if they're satisfied with things as they are, then that's good in a sense too. I think.
Yeah. Kelsey?
I was gonna add, I think we talked about a newsletter of some sort, didn't we, at the board meeting for the community, right?
Yeah.
Or something
We-
along those lines.
Yeah, there was a discussion about it, and I do share your insight on that, like, how do we connect as board members and as a district to community members that don't have children in the community? And kind of engage those people, I mean, cause that is like really actively thinking like, how do we be inclusive with those people
Mhm.
who, you know, are paying taxes and are, you know, or new people within our district. So that they know how and where and what the school district is about.
You know, in the, I hesitate to say, expose my age in the distant past. There was a time when in our post office box, we in the district received something from the school district. Not just a one page, both sides maybe, information, events and so on. And I realized social media probably has captured that for most people. But again, I'm old, for me, maybe I don't so much, but
So those are some of the, you know, once you have goals, those are some of the conversations. That, you know, what I mean, you start to have about them, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
about to get, and I appreciate that, I know it's, this is a natural thing we go through whenever we try to, you know, kind of get this, you know, we really, you know,
but I agree that that's not the goal, that's.
we get to the
that's what
solution, yeah, we get to
how
the. Mhm, yeah, yeah. It's more fun to talk about how we want to.
Right.
It really is.
So any other questions or discussion on the board goals? I really like what I see here. I think it definitely took kind of what Heidi was envisioning in the board retreat, but then also give it just a little more than just that simplicity of a thing. And this kind of fit, I think, what I had envisioned.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was just looking over Heidi's. Some
Shorter.
Yeah, short, and I do like how you drafted it all.
Anything else, Richard or Merrill?
No, I think I'm good with the draft we have here.
Okay.
I was, when I was looking at this earlier today, I was thinking I might need to just change a little bit on where it said in goal number 3. Develop systems to expand the percentage of staff whose skills reflect. I wasn't sure that quite worked, you know what I mean, in terms of, so I might just change a word or two there.
I actually really like that. But I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, if you wanted to finesse it a little.
maybe just reflected support or something.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that in there.
I appreciate that you use the term guilds rather than other terms that you might have used.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention.
Actually, I was impressed. I was like, huh. You took all, like, 7 people's feedback and like made it work. Bravo. All right, so if I don't hear anything else, then we'll consider that topic closed. Last chance. Okay,
So we'll bring it, we'll put it on next month's agenda for adoption.
okay. So do we need to have any discussion on future meeting topics, new business?
I would bring up, maybe at the next meeting, I've been thinking about choosing the January 8th or the 22nd. We haven't landed on that yet.
Okay,
I'm sorry, what was that?
January 8th or the 22nd for a board meeting because of Martin Luther King Day.
mm-hmm,
Tuesday's not an option, so that goes January 8th, to Monday, 22nd to Monday.
how does that look for you and? So my concern about having it on the 8th is when does the teachers come back and the staff members come back, and is that a long enough turnaround time?
You know, that's a great point. I would prefer the 22nd.
Okay, 22nd, does anybody have issues on the 22nd?
Yeah, this is Rich. I'll be out of town on the 22nd. I'll stay, but you know, go ahead without me.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm in agreement.
Should I look at Grace?
A long ways away. No.
Okay.
With the 22nd.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that we're gonna plan on the 22nd unless we don't have a quorum. Just from scheduling and,
Got it, that works. I'm assuming that Oregon will be playing in the national championship on the 8th.
you'd hate to have to pick up for that.
Just in case.
Yeah, so I'll update.
Richard, would you be available virtually at all?
I possibly, if I'm not, you know, in the air.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, and then that gives, you know, staff ample time returning from the holidays to prepare and get all that done. Anything else?
I forgot my planner, but the next meeting in November, is that not a non-school day?
Where is it?
It's Veterans Day.
But, no.
Veterans Day.
No, that's the
I did
11th.
not have this conversation with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about Veterans Day.
Friday is the
Yeah.
day, is the holiday.
Okay.
It bounces around, but it's not that Monday.
So the 13th is a Monday.
And yeah, that's our next meeting.
Okay.
All right, if I don't hear any other topics, I'm gonna adjourn the meeting. No? All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Jared.
Hey, Richard,
Yes.